Hi everybody, and welcome to my worst books of 2023. Yes, I know I'm posting this late. I've been sick and just with the winter weather that's about to hit and everything, haven't had the time. So yeah, I actually edited this. I didn't film it. I edited it. I filmed it like the week of New Year's, the week in between Christmas and New Year's. And just haven't been able to edit it. It's been that crazy over here. But anyway, I hope you enjoy, and yeah, enjoy me talking about books I didn't like. Take, and you can see people that have died supposedly, but like it's an illicit drug. There's a lot of allegory in this book. There's a lot of allegory of grief. There's a lot of allegory of addiction. There's a lot of allegory of abuse of prescription drugs in this book. There's a lot of allegory about how drugs are tested and how it's not always ethical. And you all get all of that dumped in the first 4 chapters, which is how far I made it. And it's bad. It's really bad. Our main character whines about everything, complains about everything, likes to tell people how terrible they are. I even forget where this takes place. One of the big cities in the South, and decides to lecture a blind date on how this restaurant was former slave quarters, which is public knowledge. And in fact, there's a placard. And it just comes off very immature and very whiny. And this main character is just so unlikable. And I get that that's kind of the point. But like, she is a horrible person. I did own Haunted at the time. I have since sold it. And it's bad. So it's an anthology of a bunch of different horror authors of extreme horror. I did not know that. I did not know that when I bought it. And when I say extreme horror, I mean I have some things that I don't read content-wise. There is just some stuff that personally gives me the ick. I don't read it. I don't like it. I don't like when I see it in books. I don't like when I see it in movies. Eating anything. Dead silence. I just didn't like this at all. I got about 50% of the way through and was reading it and going, why am I reading this? I like the idea, I like the premise. It's just not for me. Like, ultimately, I don't know if it was maybe the audiobook, because I had the audiobook at the time. Personal feelings. And the life after the after party, or the afterlife of the party, is like that on steroids. And I got about, this is probably technically a DNF, because I got about 10% of the way through and I just gave up and went to reviews to see if there was any reason that I would actually want to finish it. And no. It's this nonfiction book called Fierce Women, Soft Power and Warrior something. Can't write the full thing. And if you don't know, I have a Christian channel. And I am going to do more of this kind of stuff. I'm also going to like branch out and talk to other people next year. I've got a bunch of plans I need to work out. But yeah, so this book is a woman accepting misogyny as the role to fix her broken marriage. It is sad, to put it mildly. This woman is in a deeply unhealthy marriage with a husband who's probably suffering from some sort of mental health issue. And instead of seeking out and getting him help, she decides she's going to become a meek little housewife. And it is the story of her accepting that she should be a good little housewife, and that's her role. It is a very strong, very powerful woman diminishing herself and diminishing her strength. And I don't like putting that on people because this is sort of a nonfiction and sort of a memoir, kind of. It's in a weird line that I don't personally like. If you're going to write a memoir, write a memoir. If you're going to write in a voice book, write in a voice book. If you're going to write a book about a topic, write a book about a topic. You can use examples from your life, but please, for the love of God, don't combine all three unless you do it brilliantly, which I've only seen a handful of times. And this is sad. And again, I'm not speaking from, and granted, yes, I'm speaking from a more liberal, extremely more liberal perspective than this woman. I'm speaking from a much different perspective from this woman. And it's just sad. This is my third time trying this author. I give up. Not my thing. She tries to write children's slasher without any violence. And no, if I'm reading a slasher, watching a slasher, I expect a slasher. Just, no. Oh god, Night Train, I obliterated this from my memory. Look, all I'm gonna say about Night Train is I got about so far in. It's stupid, it's terrible, it's horrible, don't read it. It doesn't make any sense. I DNF'd it. I picked it back up. I tried to finish it. It's like a good, bad kind of situation. Like, it's so bad that you want to put it down, but it has enough elements that don't read it. Just, So there's something I loathe with a burning passion in any book, but especially romance. It's when a female protagonist who is an adult woman acts like a 14-year-old girl. But that the male character is portrayed as a mature adult man. Do you see why I would have trouble with that? Like, that's not the dynamic that's laid out here. Like, I want to keep that in precedent. Like, it is not laid out here. Like, she is specified to be an adult woman, but like, she has the mentality and behavior and reaction of an immature 14-year-old girl. He's a heart surgeon. Okay, this is set in Canada, which is actually nice because I don't read much books set in Canada. And he's a heart surgeon, and he's a specialist in this very specific type of surgery. You see where this is going. Then our female protagonist, I'm sorry I don't remember their names, she is a guardian to her little sister who has a heart condition because their mom is, of course, a drowning addict and keeps skipping out. This is an annoying pattern in romance novels. But whatever. Okay, premise is fine. Opening first chapter, not my vibe, but okay, I go on. And of course the one girl is very sick and the one man is very wealthy. Like, wealthy past the point where I don't think heart surgeons make that much money. Like, I don't think it's possible that heart surgeons make that much money. Like, he's like rolling in like Bruce Wayne money, and like, I just don't. But he doesn't act like new money either. He acts like old money. But it's like never said that he comes from money. That's neither here nor there. Okay, so this is the premise. They hook up at a club. He then can't get her out of her mind naturally. Okay, well, so far, standard romance nonsense. And then she starts to talk. And I'm not kidding. Like I said earlier, I'm currently rereading Goblet of Fire. Pansy Parkinson is more mature than this woman. Pansy Parkinson is like acting more maturely than this woman. And Pansy Parkinson is immature and 14 and is acting like an immature 14-year-old bully. And like, oh my god. She loses jobs because her sister has this heart condition, but she doesn't want to tell her boss that her sister has a heart condition. So don't tell them that she has a heart condition. Tell them that you're a caregiver for your special needs little sister. They can think whatever they want to think. Oh, it's all this stuff, and it's like, okay, don't hate me for this one. What if it was us? Look, I just didn't like it. I've tried several things from this author, and he's just really hit or miss for me, okay? Some of his stuff I love, some of his stuff I just... Another author that's hit or miss. This book is the most convoluted plot I've ever seen in a book. It doesn't make any sense. It uses so many MacGuffins. It uses to the point where it's basically just like, well, here's a new Deus Machina. I know I said that horribly. My Latin is terrible. I apologize. It is just very much like, oh, look, we haven't had our Deus Machina in 6 chapters yet. Here's another one. And, oh, and I know this author can write well because I've read good stuff from them. It's just so annoying. Okay, beach read. I've learned I'm not an Emily Henry person. I'm just not an Emily Henry person. I think I just didn't vibe with the writing style. Like, I think it's a me thing, not a book thing. That is everything that I really didn't like in 2023. Again, I read a lot. I read a lot that I don't share. I read a lot for videos. So that's quite a lot. The next video will be my favorite book of 2023. Which there are going to be some rereads. And I'm safe making this video now because I'm probably going to read all weekend. It is currently 1 a.m. on December the 28th, 9th. So I'm definitely going to finish Goblet of Fire tomorrow. I think I'm safe in making this video now. I think it'll be okay. But I will see you guys in a couple of days. Probably. I'm going to try and get this up early next week, so probably Monday or Tuesday. And then I will have my favorites for 2023 wrap up there because I want to finish reading when I get done this weekend and just see when I finish. So hi everybody. Editing will be here. I don't know if you can hear it, but the wind is going. Sorry this is so late. As you can hear, I've been sick. And on top of that, we have a bad winter storm, so yay. This is in my Shove Together temporary office in my bedroom closet. It's been it's been a couple weeks over here, but anyway, thank you for watching. These are my least favorite books of the year. All in all, I did have a really good reading year. In a couple of days I will have out my top books of the year, which I actually had to make like categories and everything, which is just wild and amazing. So yeah, I'm also planning a lot of like really good bookish content this year, so keep an eye out for that, and there will be videos consistently. They're just well. So yeah, alright, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.